name is John Duckworth, and this video is an introduction to the e-bike, also commonly known as the EAPC, which is the electrically assisted pedal cycle. Here in the United Kingdom there are two types of e-bike. Type 1, which I mentioned before, which is the EAPC, and Type 2 is the throttle assisted, but that can only go up to 3 miles per hour, which is walking pace. For the purpose of this video, I'm using the Haibike S-Duro Trekker 5, and this is where the disclaimer comes in. Haibike have not sponsored this video, neither have Yamaha. I purchased the bike myself. I've had the bike for just over 3 years. I've just done over 3,000 miles. I've never had a problem, apart from 2 punctures, which can happen to anyone. Okay, so let's get down to some technical details. The motor down here on the main drive is a Yamaha PW system, 250 watt, rated at 15.5 mile per hour. The frame is aluminium with a gravity casting. It has some tour forks here, and it's also got the Shimano Deore derailleur set, and also Shimano disc brakes, back and front. Now you can have the drivetrain for an e-bike in 3 different places. You can have it on the front hub, on the front wheel there. You can have it mid-drive, down in the centre, and also on the rear wheel, the rear wheel hub. I personally prefer the mid-drive for the motor, because the centre of gravity is low, and you've got a better balance of the whole bike while you're riding. Now then, the battery, which is situated here, is easily removed just by using this key. Just go round to the other side, insert the key, turn, and off it comes. Take it away to be charged, ready for your next journey. And then when you're coming back to place the battery on the bike, you just place it on there like that, come round, just press it close with your thumb. You can hear the click and take the key out. Looking at the top of the bike, you've got the battery indicator, which tells you how much power you've still got left. The 2 figures 0, 0, that will be the speed indicator, and at the moment I've just done 3,017.8 miles on the odometer. You've got the trip distance there. Obviously I recalibrated it before, but that tells you the total distance that you've gone on one trip. There's your clock. There's your maximum speed that I did on my last journey, 36.2 miles per hour. And that would indicate the average speed for the whole journey. While I've got the bike up like this, I can also show you the controls for selecting the gears. Here, on the right hand side, these are your gear changes for your derailleur gears. They're ideally placed just to operate with your thumb. That one there is to go in high range, and this one here is to go in low range. Across here is the controls for the e-bike itself. You can select your different modes, high or low. Obviously the higher you go, the easier it is to pedal. So you'll find that most e-bikes have a frame stand, which is just down there. Now the reason for that is it's mainly to support the bike because of the weight of the bike. And if you've used an ordinary cycle, you know that you can come along to a curb, rest the cycle on the pedal on the curb, and it'll stand up on its own. With the e-bike, that won't happen, because when the cycle is stopped, the pedal is disengaged from the motor. So you couldn't stand it up against the pedal on a curb, it will just fall over. So the wheel lock is situated here, fixed to the bracket of the bike, the two forks here. And all you do, there's a key on this side, and you just turn the key, press the lever, and there's now a U-bolt gone through the wheel. You take the key out, it's now secure. When you're coming back to ride the bike again, put the key in, turn it, and it clicks back. As an extra security for when I want to leave the bike, I use this U-lock by Bike Hut, which is very, very tough to break. And all you do to put it on the bike is basically, you've got a key there, turn the key, pull off that, you put the U-lock through there like that, put the key on, and the bike's locked. Okay, to store it on, obviously when I'm going on a journey I want to store it, so I don't want to carry it on my person or anything. Just unlock it, take that out, take off the U-lock, and here is a bracket. All I do then is put that in there like that, put that on the bottom, line it up, turn the key to lock it, take the key out. Those bits of foam there are just to protect the paintwork, and that's you ready to ride away. Talking about bike stands as we were before, you'll notice now that I've got it on a heavy duty bike stand. This is designed to hold the bike in a position like this, so that you can do any minor maintenance or repairs on the bike. The weight is splayed out on these two legs here. It's made by Park Tool. Again, a disclaimer, I have not been paid by Park Tool for this. Now, there's something else to consider when you want to transport the bike on by car. Now, there's plenty of bike racks out on the market for cycles. You've seen them. They're either on the roof or they're situated on the back tailgate, and they're resting on the vehicle itself. Thing to remember about the e-bike is the weight. The weight of the e-bike is 23.5 kilograms, or in UK equivalent in pounds is just over 50 pounds in weight. So you can't be really putting that sort of weight on any bike rack on the car. It will damage the car bodywork. What you have to do is basically look for a bike rack that will fit on the actual toe ball of the car, which is connected to the chassis, of course, and that means that the weight is resting on the toe ball down at the bottom. So another thing to consider when you're out riding your bike is comfort. I use Lycra bicycle gear, and also the trousers or the pants and the shorts are all padded. If you just look inside there, it's all padded there. And also the same on the tracksuit type bottoms. Again, that's padded. You can't be too comfortable, I say. The thing about Lycra is here in the UK, there's a saying, and the people who wear them, or the cyclists that wear them, are called mamils, middle-aged man in Lycra. In my case, it's Ormil, older age man in Lycra. So just to summarise about the e-bike, the reason I made the video is to encourage the more mature cyclists to get back on the road, to get fit again. I actually didn't start riding an e-bike until I was 70. I'm now nearly 75, and it's a great way to get your fitness levels up, weather permitting, of course. And you get to meet like-minded people as well. Also in this video, I'm going to I will be able to demonstrate just how easy it is to use the electrical assist system to get up hills on the bike. I'll also show some different scenarios of where I've been cycling, and I really hope that you enjoy the video. If you do like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, please leave any critical comment, as long as it's constructive. I don't mind, but just enjoy the video. I'm pretty new to all this, so hopefully you'll be not too cruel. So here I am on a normal early day's ride. If you look at my speed, I'm doing 14.8, very little power being used, and I'm only in 7th gear on the derailleur, coming up to 15.3. Still very little power being used. just move up a gear on the bike itself on the power assist. And at the moment you can see there's very little power being used. I'm going over 15 miles an hour, so the electric power doesn't really kick in. On the right of the Bosch display, I'm using a Garmin Edge T130. All that displays is basically similar to what's on the electric bike, but it's more personal. It's showing the trip distance, the time that I've been travelling, the speed, and quite important, my heart rate. Another added bonus to this Garmin Edge is that it can be live tracked, and it is being live tracked. So if in the event that I, while out on my ride, come to a sudden stop, then the Garmin Edge will contact the telephone numbers of the people that I've set in my contacts. And it will give them the location of where I've stopped quite suddenly, just in case you come off the bike and you're unable to summon assistance. I've also got that facility on my iPhone. Again, it's on the same principle. It's called Fall Detection. It's available on all the iPhones as far as I know. So if I suddenly fall, it does the same thing as the Garmin. Now on this next bit, I don't recommend you do this unless you're fully confident in your own ability and the bike's ability. Just keep an eye on the speed dial. I'm not pedaling at all. So that's just using the bike's weight. This is the hill that I wanted to show the ability of the power assist. Select a low gear on the bike. So when the hill gets a bit steeper, which it is going to do, I'll select a higher power ratio on the electric assist. There's one, there's the other. I'm now going up absolutely effortless.